So on to this Fast and the Furious situation. You know, the Fast and the Furious movies, growing up again, were some of my favorite movies. The original, always, of course, 9 times out of 10, the first movie's always the best.
It usually works out that way. Not always, but...
But the Fast and the Furious made a whole generation of gearheads. It made a whole generation of guys and girls want badass cars, muscle cars, rice burners, fast cars, loud, all of it. Made all of us want that kind of stuff. And it was really good until like the fourth one. Really after the fifth one. I'll give them the fifth one. But after the fifth one, the Fast and Furious just got completely away from the Fast and the Furious. They should have
less fast, more furious. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of feuding, a lot of drama, and a lot of
and then they just started bringing in modern supercars, and the original movies. Look, the average guy can still work hard and get his hands on a lot of those vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Once it started getting known up into the later movies and where we are now, it just started just getting outlandish, and they were still good movies. They were not good Fast and the Furious movies. Sorry.
You're a purist. You can't help it.
They were good movies.
Stick to what it's supposed to be.
Right. Stick to what it's supposed to be. Call it what it is. Hell, we got Fast and the Furious movies that don't even have Fast and the Furious members. I started to feel that way about Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift, I accepted Tokyo Drift even though it didn't belong either. And they cameoed Vin Diesel right there at the very end of the movie or whatnot. And then they tried to do the backstory of Han and everything, but it just didn't really work. But it didn't fit. It was a great movie. If they would have just called it Tokyo Drift, it would have been a great movie. But they had to put the Fast and the Furious at the front of that. And when you put that name on the front of a movie, on the front of the title, I have certain expectations for that movie.
He does. You do.
Especially if we have set an industry standard. You know what I'm saying? And then that would have been the first two. By the time Tokyo Drift come along, that would have been the first two Fast and the Furious movies. Which were just the two best, man. Tokyo Drift was a good movie. The fourth one is a good movie. The fifth one, it was a good movie. After that, right there, they were all good movies. They were not good Fast and the Furious movies. I don't know.
I can understand that.
I feel that way about a lot of things. I hate a lot of these remakes, man. That right there, them getting away from their crap is one thing, but a lot of remakes these days, they're just not doing it right.
And not even necessarily just remakes, but when you keep adding on and adding on and adding on, and you're so far from the original story or the original, that everybody fell in love with and that everybody associates the series with. You get so far from that just to keep it alive, just to keep reaching, just to keep making money off of it, honestly.
Well, and then like I said, we come back out, we're rebooting crap.
It truly affects the integrity of the original story.
It does. And over the last few years, there's been so many. Everything from The Lion King to Mulan to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to Full House. They didn't really redo
that 90s show.
That's why I was getting to. They didn't really redo that 70s show, but they rebooted it, calling it something else. And
well, in that case,
Full
House and Fuller House is in the same vein as that one. Then
and
Girl Meets World versus Boy Meets World.
And but I will say, that 70, the new, what is it, that 90 show or whatever they're calling it. It's a good show, I guess. I like it for them bringing the originals back in, but it's not that 70s show.
It's not.
It's not as good. I'm sorry. I want it to succeed just because I want to keep seeing the people that are playing the role. I love Red. I've always loved Red. Red's a funny sumbitch, man. I don't care.
We definitely have our Red and Kitty moments ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, they are near and dear to our hearts, and we want to see those characters continue
One day, as Hyde told Foreman one day, in one episode, one day, those boys will be able to write a book entitled "Things My Dad Has Threatened to Whoop My Ass With."
Yeah. You know? Yeah.
Chapter 1, his foot.
And the many different ways in which it will be his foot and how far his foot comes. Yeah.
We didn't ask footologist stat.
And a podiatrist after that's done.
Uh-huh.
Where's the foot doctor? Call Steve from Fuller House.
I don't know, man. But it's all right. I don't guess there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, they're just not making shows the way they used to make shows. That right there irritates me more than anything. We just don't have any good shows anymore. Like, I'm starting to see a few more that are starting to come out, and I hope they make it. That new one with Tim Allen. I hope that one makes it.
Yeah, that one's pretty great.
I hope that one right there makes it.
We like that one.
The new show with Reba, that one was pretty good. We haven't got around to Georgie and Mandy yet.
No, we haven't.
We haven't got around to that. That'll be coming real soon, though.
But unfortunately, I mean, the days of TV, the way that we grew up with TV and the way that our parents grew up with TV, but especially us, honestly, the longevity of series that maintained the integrity through the entire series. Like, the show was just as good from start to finish, not 18 seasons later. You don't even know what the hell you're watching anymore. It's not even the same show anymore. I'm sorry, Grey's Anatomy, I can never get on your train. And Supernatural, you lost me a long time ago. It is what it is.
Man, didn't they finally quit making Supernatural?
I think so, but who would
they
know?
They lost me completely around season 10. That show lost me completely around season 10. It got so far out there. And so much, just so much is so much, and they killed off people that they shouldn't have killed off, and I don't know. They lost me around season 10. I don't even know how many seasons or if it's still going. I think Grey's Anatomy's still going.
I have no
They're probably
idea.
like up in season 20 something by now or some crap. I don't know. I know it's been on for a long time.
Is
but
it
they lost me.
that's killing TV?
It's all of the
Is it
the streaming
spans?
the streaming apps. Well, they do so many things. They want to just mass amounts of content. That's all they're worried about. Mass amounts of content, quantity over quality. That's what they're worried about. And then they do. Seasons aren't the same anymore. You know, you used to have anywhere between like 21 and 25, 26 episodes per season, depending on the show. Now you have like 10 to 12.
And a good show, you'd have like 10 to 15 seasons.
Yeah.
You know, a good series. But now, I
you got
mean,
3 or 4.
3 or 4, yeah. I mean, and the
they're not good
seasons are
shows.
like 10 episodes each, if even.
Yeah. And they're not good shows. But like I said, it's to
like
keep
filler
people.
content.
It's filler content. It's to keep people occupied, to keep them from actually getting off their ass and going out and living a life. That's exactly what it's for.
One actor or actress that people know, that they see the face of, or that they're nostalgic for. Somebody who used to be, you know, somebody's favorite somebody. Like, I mean, they had a hit TV show back in the day, or they were famous for something back in the day or whatever, and we know their face and we crave to see them, so we watch this show that has nothing to do with nothing. And by the time you finish watching it, you don't even remember what you were just watching. And it's too short for it to get anywhere and have you really hooked and have a deep fan base and have a deep, appreciation for.
That's a fact. It's a fact. I don't know. It's just all irritating. That's the reason we watch a lot of older shows. We rewatch. We rewatch
or
a
we
lot
go
of
back
older
and
shows.
watch a whole lot of stuff that we didn't watch when it originally came out.
Yeah.
That we just never had the chance for or time for or whatever,
Because I get disappointed constantly with new shows and new movies, and I'll watch a movie, and after it's over, I'm sitting there going, well, there's 2 hours of my life I'll never get back,
I would have rather rewatched this movie that I've watched tens of hundreds of times.
Some of the best movies that's ever been made, point blank, period. Let's see, Forrest Gump.
Always. All time.
That is one of the all-time best movies. And the reason it is one of the all-time best movies that's ever been made, the amount of detail that went into Forrest Gump.
Oh my
God. The amount of
detail, the amount of story.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He was around every major. The dude was like the Kit Carson of the 20th century. He was everywhere and met every damn body.
And it doesn't matter how many times you have watched that movie. You will
always
never catch everything.
No, you will always go back. I've watched that movie, God, hundreds of times. I've watched it at least a couple of hundred times in my life. And I can watch it right now, and I'll go see something and go, I don't remember that.
And you'll watch it tomorrow and catch something else. That's
just how it goes. But you have Forrest Gump, then you have Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
That's a family favorite.
That one was another very good movie for so many reasons. A lot of reasons most people won't ever catch.
Yes.
That is a movie that you really have to watch. You really have to pay attention to. And read between the lines. Read between the lines and
for those of you who don't want to do that work and read between the lines and pay attention, focus, it's still a really kick-ass, hilarious movie.
It's a hilarious movie, point blank, period, regardless if you want to pay attention to it or not. But if you sit down and you pay attention to that movie, you're going to come out with a completely different outlook on the movie entirely, and you're going to go, oh, fuck. It's a kick-ass movie. Then you got Toy Story. Toy Story, that's another one with Tom Hanks. The original Toy Story. The first Toy Story. The second one was pretty good too. But either way, Toy Story was a kick-ass movie, man.
The OG Disney movies were kick-ass in general.
And then, as far In the Army Now, that was a really good wholesome movie. Then you had, I can't say they were wholesome, but the Friday movies were funny as shit. Especially the first two.
Oh, yeah. Wild Hogs.
Wild Hogs. That was a very good movie.
Man.
RV.
Oh,
RV. That's just the epitome of just what kick-ass movies were. And we're going to have to go over some more of them.
We definitely are.
We're going to have to go over some more.
We're going to have to make a list, and you guys are going to have to tune in next time for that list. And if you have any suggestions,
Django.
No.
Django.
Now, I don't know how wholesome that one is.
Well, I didn't say nothing about wholesome. I just said it was a beastin' ass movie.
Nah, I can agree with you there. Yeah. And since you brought up Tom Hanks, we got to go, and Toy Story, we got to go with Tim Allen. The Santa Claus, man.
Oh, yeah.
Getting close to the holiday season.
Oh, Tom Hanks' Castaway. Wilson!
Still haven't seen that one.
It's a good movie.
I'm one of the rare few, I know. Movie. But we're going to get off of here, guys. Thanks for listening to another episode of Rantin' and Ravin' and
Why the Math Ain't Mathin'.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great day.